Welcome to CrashMagic. In this video we've got an interactive trick where you can join in and play along, so I really hope you give it a go. This is a really fun trick. It used to be quite popular and a lot of famous magicians performed this trick on television a long time ago. You'll see that my version interpretation of it is a little different, and in particular I really hope you enjoy the ending. This is a really fun trick, so I hope you'll join in with this one, and I'm going to attempt to add one final twist right at the end. First thing that I'd ask you to do though would be to shuffle the cards, and you could shuffle them as much as you liked and in any way that you liked. If you were here, I would also at this point allow you to take the cards, look at them and examine them, but I'm not going to do that in this performance because the critical thing is that you know that at no point during this trick am I going to look at the faces of any of these cards. I don't want to give myself any opportunity to glance in the camera or anything like that. So because of that, I'm not going to show you the cards at this point. I'd then ask you to cut the cards, just cut a small packet of cards off the top, however many you like, big packet, small packet, and then we'll move the rest of these to the side. We'll keep them just in view though so that you can see them. So now from a shuffled pack, we have a random selection of cards cut from the top. Okay, I'm now going to deal these cards down out onto the table. I want to deal them into a bit of a formation, but obviously this is going to be a little bit tricky because I've no idea how many cards we've got here, so we might have to move them around a little bit to make sure that they all fit. I think we can have enough space. If I join that one up to there, yeah, that's perfect. Okay. So next thing I'm going to ask you to do is to think of a number and then count to that number. So the number I want you to think of is anything from 10 to 20. And then I'm going to ask you to count from here. So this would be 1, 2, 3 in this direction. And then once you get into the circle section, you keep counting round. So let's say for instance you think of the number 10, then you would count from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Or if you were to think of a bigger number, let's say you thought of 18 and you got to here and you were on 14 or something, you'd keep counting 15, 16, 17, 18 for example. So if you think of your number now from 10 to 20, start counting from here, 1, around here, and make sure that you then land and you know which card you've landed on. I'll give you a few seconds to do that now. Okay, so hopefully you're now either touching on your screen or concentrating on the screen one of these cards here, and let's move these out of the way actually just to avoid confusion. Again, I'll leave them on the screen though so that you can see them. So you will be concentrating on one of these cards, and what I'd like you to do now is count your same number again, but this time count in a clockwise direction. So let's say you'd counted, let's say your number was 10 and you'd ended up here, you would then count in a clockwise direction 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'll give you a few seconds now then to count in a clockwise direction to your number again. So hopefully you're now concentrating on your final card, one of these cards here, and I'm going to attempt to locate your card even though I've no idea what number you selected. I think you will be on this card here. Was I right? I hope so. This trick has been done a number of times on television as well by some famous magicians, and normally they wouldn't use playing cards like this. They would use other cards with pictures on, and that's what they'd use. And in all those versions of those tricks, I don't think I've ever seen attempted what I'm going to attempt now, which is one final little twist on this trick. So let's just recap. You shuffled all of the cards and you selected a small pile from the top. I had no idea how many you were going to cut off. I've not seen any of these cards at any point, and of course I've no idea what number that you selected either. But I'm going to say Queen of Hearts. And just to be clear, let me show you every other card and all the cards in the pack. So again, you would have been able to inspect all of these cards at the start. Well, that's the end of this trick. If you liked it, please like it and subscribe. If you've got any comments, leave them down below, and see you soon.